And if I would have asked you, if I would have asked you before you met your wife, if I would explain this situation you're in right now, where, you know, you guys have spent 10, 15, 20 years together, and now she, out of nowhere in your mind, comes up to you and says, I'm done with this. I don't want to be in this marriage anymore. And then just packs all of her stuff and leaves. If I explain that scenario to you after you invested and devoted so much time and energy in this huge portion of your life to her and making her happy and serving her, would you say that that is a good wife? If we detach it from like your wife, let's just say someone else. This is a totally different person. I explained this scenario that's going on. Would you say, man, that's a good wife you got right there, right? If I explained to you, yeah, this guy, they got 2, 3 kids together, and she's been cheating on him, and this is the second time it happened, and he's, you know, they're going to family therapy and counseling and everything right now. But, you know, she's talking about how it was his fault because he wasn't emotionally there. Like, would you say that that's the ideal definition of a good wife? Let's detach it from her, who you're clearly so attached to. And what ends up happening is when guys get 5, 10, 15, 20 years into a relationship, this concept of the sunk cost fallacy comes into play, where we believe just because we've invested so much into something, we should continue to invest into it. This is how casinos take everyone's money, right? Does it make sense to continue investing into an objectively losing strategy, into an objectively bad relationship? I don't think it does. And then this other piece that we have to really understand when it comes to human behavior and psychology, they've done so many studies on this now. They coin it like the Benjamin Franklin effect, where the story is, you know, Benjamin Franklin has this guy who's like his rival. They really hate each other. And one day he goes and visits him, and he asks him for one of his books. And the guy's like, you want one of my books? He's like, yeah, I've always wanted to read that book. I see you got the book. You mind if I borrow it? You know, and then he borrows the book and he reads it and he comes back and something strange happened. The guy asks him, like, how did you like the book? He's like, oh, I loved it. And then they just have this conversation about this book. And he goes, you want anything else in here? And this man who hated him all of a sudden wants to be his friend. And the test that they run and what they realize is that people don't get more attached to you. People don't like you more when you give them things and invest your time, your money, your energy into them. People become attached to you. People like you more when they invest their time, their energy, and their resources into you. Right? So it's quite the opposite. This is why most of the time when guys go into dating or they go into trying to save the relationship, their concept is, I need to give them more. I need to, you know, talk to them more. I need to text them more. I need to show them how much more I'm willing to do and invest into them. And every single time it pushes them further away. Every time. You've seen this. I've seen this. I've experienced this. So the reality is, how our psychology works is that if you want them to like you more, if you want to save your relationship, they have to make the action of investing into you and the relationship. And if that is not happening, you need to face the reality of what is. If she is moved out, if she is not texting you, if she is not going on dates with you, if she is not going to counseling or therapy with you, if she is not doing anything with her time, her money, her energy, her resources to invest into you and or the relationship, there's no shot, because it takes 2 to tango. And the more you invest, the further she goes away and the further you get attached to the idea of her coming back. When the reality is, you need to come to a place of acceptance that this relationship is over. Maybe we can restart again one day, because I know that I would like that and desire that. But right now, it's over.